lights out, and away we go.
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
What's been your take on the ending of the season for F1?
Well, with the driver that I wanted to won. I wanted Lando to win it. I just like everything about the kid himself. The last race wasn't particularly impressive, but I did make sure I watched it. Like I'd missed the previous couple of races. But yeah, I enjoyed it. There was jeopardy, right? There was something in it for three different drivers, so it made it an interesting race. I think it was Charles Leclerc threatened to screw it all up for everybody,
Right.
but didn't, which is great. McLaren had run the championship well, weeks and weeks prior, so good for them. But Piastri kind of tailed towards the end. I think he's going to be the driver of the future. He's I think it was his rookie season. I think he was.
Well, it'll be good because next year I think the playing field will be a little bit more leveled with all these new rule changes. So
that only you understand that I don't.
Well,
all I know is about DRS being taken out, sort of.
Yes. The control of the front and rear wing will now be up to, I believe, it's the driver and engineer, but it could just be the driver.
A remote, like a remote control.
Yeah. So I could be wrong, but
right now the DRS system is basically automatic, right? You hit it, if you're in within a second, it opens up your rear wing.
I don't know if it is automatic, actually.
I thought it was. I thought it was automatically. If you're within that second, it does it automatically.
Yeah.
Which the technology behind that must be amazing.
It should be. Just I remember in one of the races, someone saying something about hitting the DRS button, but I could be wrong. Yeah. So that's one aspect of it. They're changing the floor of the car. So right now there's like two tunnels that go underneath. Well, they're getting rid of those tunnels and just making it a flat bottom. So because it's a flat bottom, they can
aerodynamic tunnels.
Yeah, but there were some downsides to it. So it would create a lot of spray for the cars behind them. So that causes
by having the tunnel.
Yeah.
So no, they don't. Okay.
Yeah. So there was an increase of spray, which made it a little bit more dangerous for the cars behind. It also caused
Isn't that great though? That danger.
Yeah.
That spray is great. I mean, if you've ever watched the Senna movie, which we're not reviewing today, but that Senna movie when he would drive in the rain, like that was his forte.
Yeah.
Driving in the rain, driving in the spray. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, so they're going to raise the height of the cars, which allows for more changes for the setup. So again, more technical. They're changing the motor. No longer it doesn't have as much gas power, so they're going to lower that amount and raise the amount of electric power. So it's now 50-50. And they're going to use some sort of new fuel system that's more sustainable. It's like a biofuel. It's got, I know. It's
not that kind.
Oh, that kind.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But what about what was going to say about what was the target date for having it all electric? Is they're ever going to do that?
Oh, well, I don't know. I've never heard anybody say anything about it, but
I thought that was the goal. Or you just reduced emissions, I guess, or reduced gas consumption. But maybe this is part of it. Maybe this is a step towards it. But
yeah, who knows? I mean, like they got rid of fueling the cars, right, for safety. So maybe they'll just get rid of the gas combustion altogether. So
they did have a Formula E, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a thing called Formula E. I think there still is a thing called Formula E. Yeah, just not as fast.
Yeah, they're making the car shorter and more narrow. I can't remember all the rules that they're changing now. There's a bunch of others you can just
go. It'll be frustrating. You just get your car where you want it, you're top of the tree, and then they change the rules again. Now you got to change the shape of your car, you got to change the length of your car.
Yeah,
it's constant. And actually, the movie, I didn't realize. Going back to the movie, a segue into it, I didn't realize all the ability to change things on the fly like that, or the aerodynamic testing and changes that they can implement within regulation from the movie. At least that's what I took. I don't know if that was fact or fiction.
I think it's fact. That's I don't know if they can just change it whenever they want. They have to have
post some kind of notice, I think, or at least
they do.
Yeah.
So there's also like they have to put in for like an upgrade package that comes in. Like it's not like they can
Yeah.
change everything week to week, right? So
Yeah.
you can only do it so many times, I'm guessing. So yeah, there's aspects of the movie of that I really appreciated because for me, I thought that they stuck very close to how the real F1 is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think F1 themselves sponsored it in part. Obviously, it was like it's not like this was, hey, do we have permission to do it? I think they were actually involved with Lewis Hamilton being a producer, which we'll get back to when I'm picking my people for the casting. But yeah, like with Lewis Hamilton as being part in it, I think F1 were in it. Like it was just, they were working in parallel together.
Oh, they did. They opened up the doors, like literally, they opened up the doors.
Yeah,
and
like Brundle would do his race walk or track walk before and then he actually, if you remember, where Brad Pitt was, I think he was in Austin at the Austin race. He was actually there,
Mhm.
but I think it was last season, not this season, because they filmed it last season, obviously, which you can tell when you look at some of the drivers.
Well,
So they're not driving anymore.
they filmed it in 2023 and
Oh,
2024.
was it?
So
Okay.
this has been an ongoing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if anyone that hasn't watched the movie or not, it's an ex F1 driver that's been brought back into the fold after 3 decades of not driving.
But I think a bit far fetched, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's one of the guys that he used to race against. Now owns a team, and now he needs help. His team's slowly losing more and more, and he just loses his principal driver. So they bring in Brad Pitt, who's going to help with the secondary driver, who's a rookie, but he's good. He needs to learn patience and stuff. So
And the dark arts. Hadn't he just won the Indy 500 or some kind of Daytona race?
Yeah, it was-
I don't give the movie away, though, obviously, right?
yeah, so
But I mean, I don't
opening
think
scene, yeah.
that's spoiling anything. It's not a spoiler.
Yeah, it was like the 24-hour Le Mans, but it was
Yeah, it was an overnight race, wasn't it? Yeah.
it was fictional.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. I think it was like Daytona or
It was at Daytona, yeah.
I didn't know. And I think at the time I'm thinking, well, do they have a 24-hour race?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if they
I
do or
was
not.
only aware of Le Mans.
Whenever I think Daytona, I think NASCAR. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it was. It's not really racing. It's just going round and round.
In a circle, yeah. Yeah. So for me, I thought the overall movie. Not that we're gonna spoiler alert. We're gonna talk a lot about it. So
I don't think you could spoil it, really. I don't think you could actually spoil it, even if I told you what happened at the end. Like this, it wasn't really. There was nothing necessarily unique
right,
about it. Like it's a racing movie, and I mean, I'm not sure how many plot twists you can have in an F1 racing movie that hasn't been done before,
true.
right? Like you said, it's a rookie driver. He needs somebody to. I forget how they lose their principal, or do they just kick him out?
No, he got stolen by another
Okay.
another team.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like you said, they're trying to get this rookie driver to boost him. But what I didn't get about it is they said that the future of the actual team was on the line based on his success, which I thought was. And again, I don't know with these teams. Again, the reality of it, there's 10 teams. Is it 12, 11?
10 teams.
Yeah, or with 2 cars. I mean, is it that?
That'll change next year whenever GM gets into it, though.
It'd be great to see them actually open it up and add more teams. I think.
Yep.
Like it's almost like a closed shop right now. But yeah, Audi are getting into it next year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, for them, they'll have to use the existing motors. I don't think they're allowed to use their motors until I think it's 2028.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Well, we should probably get to a little bit of the facts of the movie. So Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem. These are all names that, well, first and third name people would know. The other guy he's fairly new. I think he's only been in like maybe a dozen things between TV and film. I could be wrong, but I know he's won a bunch of awards. Yeah.
Idris, yeah, I'd never heard of him before.
Director was Joseph Kosinski. He's known for the Top Gun Maverick movie. Did Tron Legacy, Spiderhead, Only the Brave, Oblivion. So he's got some pretty good things under his belt. And the music was done by Hans Zimmerman,
Zimmer,
Zimmer.
as in frame.
Yeah. Lion King, Pirates of the Caribbean, Gladiator, Black Hawk Down, the Dark Knight
You haven't
trilogy.
got long enough to go through his
just
his accreditations.
just some of his top ones.
Yeah.
It opened up in June. has a runtime of 155 minutes, which I found that it didn't
Didn't need to
stall
be
any.
that long. It didn't.
I don't
No?
think it was necessarily that it didn't need to be that long. I was just going to say that there was no real lulls in it where it just it kept moving along, moving along.
Yeah,
You
I'll give you
know,
that. Yeah, yeah.
the budget was between 200 million and 300 million. I know that's a massive amount, and there seems to be a lot of discrepancy with there, but it sounds like it was probably 300 million, and with the credits, tax breaks, and a bunch of sponsorship that they got, it came down from 300 million down to
There's a lot of sponsorship. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some strategically placed items in the movie.
But I mean, Brad Pitt, he took home 30 million of it right there. So a little chunk of change.
I can imagine special effects was a huge part of that budget, rather than actors' wages.
Just wait until we get into some of that. Yeah, so the box office, they got 631.6 million. That was worldwide. Domestically, it was 189 million. And the opening weekend was 57 million. But something that I never realized before was for the whenever they give you like the box office totals, it says 600 million. Studio and those guys, they only get 300 million because the other 300 million goes to the movie theaters. I never thought about that, but they're just bringing in the total amount that's come in for it. So if you pay $20 for your ticket, they're putting that up there as the $20. So it's a little deceiving.
Yeah.
So plus
Did they make that money back? Did the investors make that money back?
Oh, exactly. Well, and when they talk about budgets, that never includes marketing, and that's huge.
Huge part of it.
Right. So they say that if a movie costs, say, $100 million, they need to make $200 million to break even.
Oh, wow.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they know what they're doing. They make tons of money, right? So, yeah. So I mean, as far as F1 goes, there's been a ton of the actors actually got involved, and one of the things I liked about it was the fact that, so like I was saying before, some of the filming took place over 2023, 2024. All the filming took place during the practice runs. So Brad Pitt and Idris were actually driving in some of the shots, and other shots they had
Stunt drivers.
I was gonna say body doubles. I was like, that's wrong. Yeah, so I guess originally Toto and Lewis Hamilton, they were in a meeting. They were talking about building a setup with the cameras to make it look like an F1 car. And they said, why don't you just go and get an F1 car
Drive the car.
and build everything into the car, which is what they did. So they ended up buying, I can't remember if it was 4 or 6 cars. So they bought F2 and F3 cars and changed the aerodynamics on them to make it look like an F1 car. Yeah. So they're putting cameras so way more advanced cameras so the producer, one of the producers was Jerry Bruckheimer. So Bruckheimer and Krasinski, sorry, it's not Krasinski. What is it? Kozinski. They worked together on Maverick. So the technology for the cameras had come along like way more even since then. And they talked to Sony about creating these special cameras. Obviously, there's no glove box or trunk in an F1 car, so it's hard to find things. So those ground effects that slide out, they actually open them up and they hid stuff inside there. Okay. I mean, they don't care about weight. They're not really racing, right? So, but yeah, there was like 10 cameras put on it.
Oh, and the camera, like, it was amazing. Some of the shots that they got, and I mean, some of it you can see CGI in some of it in the grandstands, but I mean, it's not very apparent in a lot of the movie. It's pretty impressive.
I know one of the drivers was saying that like the technical booths that the guys all sit in, that they were way nicer in the film than they are in real life.
Oh yeah,
So, kind of funny. So the one thing that I did really like about this movie, so the love interest aspect of it, was kept to a bare minimum.
Yeah, I think that was my first comment.
Yeah,
I'm like, please don't make this a romantic movie because it's going to be really boring. If he ends up with her, and again, not spoiler alert, it's been out since June. I mean, if you haven't watched, I only just watched it because it was free. But yeah, the love interest thing, I'm like, please don't go there. Please don't make this about a love interest because it was way too obvious. But she's a good-looking woman. Yeah. I mean, you can see, but it didn't become the core of the movie, which is good. It was a bit far-fetched. You keep telling me everything you like about it. I mean, I agree with you. It didn't become a romantic film where Brad Pitt gets the girl and it's like, yawn. He only gets it once. that we see.
That's all I needed, right? Just
Yeah,
the one.
yeah.
Oh,
But she's. I liked her character. I did
yes.
like her character.
Yeah, she was
Very realistic. Very, she's got a point to prove being a woman.
mhm,
But yeah, a woman in that position, I should clarify.
right.
But yeah, which I imagine would be tough. And there's a lot of females in that position now, I believe, like actual,
Yeah.
real.
Oh, for
So
sure.
it's not far fetched at all.
Oh, no. So what aspects of it that did you not like? That
I
you,
don't
that
know.
you
You
thought-
still haven't asked me whether I liked it or not. That should be the outlet. I don't know if I did. I finished watching it. I'm like, did I enjoy that? Because she told me you'd watched it. I'm like, I don't know if I did. Like it was one of those 5.5, and like I started reading the IMDb reviews before I came, and
I don't know what I did with my sheet.
I don't know if I agree. What your questions?
Yeah.
No, you. Well, I don't know if I agree with the reviews. I think you got a 7.5 overall on IMDb, but some of the first ones I read, I mean, it lacked uniqueness. I think I mentioned that before. There's nothing really unique about it. It was a racing movie. Like again, they worked with Formula One. They branded it Formula One.
Mhm.
They included Formula One characters and behind the scenes and principles. But I still didn't see anything. It's like, oh, what's unique about this? I don't know. I think Brad Pitt's age, for me, being like you said, I think he said 3 decades older than the. I mean, the reality of somebody coming back at 60 and driving a Formula One car at how many G's? I mean, like, I think he said when he talked to Martin Brundle about it, that like the G-force on those cars was amazing. But I found that not very plausible that somebody could come back after 30 years of driving, come back and do what he. I get it. I get it. I don't agree with the dark arts of what he was trying to do, but I kind of understand what they were trying to do, like pushing this kid to be better, right? But
So-
by employing some real dark art shit, which was, I think, ultimately extremely dangerous. And I'm surprised F1 wanted that as branded as part of the movie.
Yeah. I actually got made fun of because I said that the one thing that I didn't like about the movie was the fact that they brought a 61-year-old back into the fold.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, well, what? James Bond, you think he can do all this stuff? I'm like, but that's a level of expectation that you have for James Bond. I know that a guy can't really fly, but when I watch Superman, there's a little bit of give. But when you're watching something about a specific sport that you watch on a regular, that realism has to be there.
Yeah, and that's why I thought it wasn't real for me.
Same.
It wasn't real, and that's why when I come to my recast, I would have picked somebody different. But he's a box office. He's box office. Right? If my pick for that replacement would have been there, he probably wouldn't have been as big box office. But he pulls them in. But I just don't think the reality of his age to do what he did. But yeah,
I remember when they first started talking about this movie, it made me think of. You ever see that movie Driven with Stallone? I want to say it's like 2000.
Oh, the one they were driving down University Ave in Toronto.
Yeah. IndyCar. So that one there made a little bit more sense where they were bringing Stallone into the fold to help coax this young guy, which is a similar story here.
Again, there's not many unique stories in the world of racing, right?
No.
Or unique plots.
And people, every time I talk to somebody about it, they keep on saying, well, he's there to help the kid along. Well, he's not, because Ruben was very specific about not wanting somebody they had to coddle for however many, because he's only got 9 races left. He needed to win one. He brought him in to win that one. And that was a very specific thing at a certain point in the film. And it was almost like people forgot that. Like, oh, he's just there to help out. Like,
who to win? Again, spoiler alert.
He wanted Sonny to win one.
Okay. That was the goal?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's Hollywood.
I'm not saying that he won.
Nobody's saying he won, but he might have won.
Well, I don't know. There was
So going back to what you said about why didn't I like it? Things I didn't like that it was the I think with Lewis Hamilton being a producer, he had Damson Idra as a specific as a black character who's going to it's basically, I think it was almost a self-portrayal. I think it was a self-portrait of a movie. I think it was very much all about him.
well, there was one scene there where they both looked at each other.
Yeah, that was
cheesy. I thought so too.
I don't think he says anything in the film, right? It's just a glance.
Yeah, he's got no words. It was almost like, I see you.
Yeah.
And he almost seemed annoyed, but it was almost like passing of the torch, maybe, which is essentially what the Sonny character is supposed to be doing to the other one, but it just looked like, okay, I'm Lewis Hamilton. I'm passing the torch
you
to
know
you.
what? I think I'd have had more appreciation if Lewis was in the film as a driver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like maybe use Lewis instead of the Sonny character.
Exactly.
That would have made more sense.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Oh.
he's at the end of his career, 7-time champion. I think you lose the part with the Sonny character, like he's basically a broken man based on what happened in his career. So, but I mean, yeah, it would almost be. I think it'd be more realistic if it was Lewis Hamilton bringing that new driver through.
Mhm.
But hey,
But
but he's not going to be sell box office, right?
that's at the end of the day, that's what it is.
what it's all
It's
about.
someone that's going to bring the money in, right? So, all right. So, get into some of these questions. Although I've lost my sheet somewhere. If you were to recast the Sonny Hayes character,
So I think, again, based on the age, I think Brad Pitt at 61, 62 coming in way too old. So I think somebody like Chris Pine, born in 1980, that makes him, 40-something, would be more realistic. Like, you're not coming back after 3 decades. I don't care how. I think you've driven, you've been a driver, you've done your thing, you finished early, you probably finished in your 20s, come back after 2 decades. I think Chris Pine, he's been in big blockbusters, right?
Yep.
Star Trek.
Yep.
And another Star Trek. 2 Star Trek.
No.
I couldn't tell you. But I mean, I saw that and I thought, yeah, I picked his name out of a list. I'm like, I can see him because he's got that realism to him as well as a character. So I think that'd be my pick.
Yeah, I picked Johnny Depp. Like if you cleaned him up, he still has that racer's build. You know what I mean? Like even more so, I think, than Brad Pitt. But if you cleaned him up and gave him like a similar hairstyle to what like all the Formula One guys have, but again, I'm going after the same thing because the storyline is, a driver that's been.
So do you know
Three
when you
decades.
recast these, are you thinking just purely in terms of somebody you think could play it better? Like, because if you're putting him in, to me, he's got a certain. You think of him and you think Pirates of the Caribbean, and now he's going to be a race car driver. I don't know.
Yeah, do you remember? Well, I also picture him in 21 Jump Street when he's younger, though. Or
Still not seeing it.
no, or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Was he a kid in that?
Yeah, he was the boyfriend of the girl that the whole thing was about.
Oh, okay. Didn't know. He was also Edward Scissorhands. He couldn't drive with those hands.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of weird films that he does. He's also
Very
got one
weird
where
films. The one in Vegas was one which I remember, whatever that was called. And that was
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yeah, that was definitely out
that
there.
was out there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he did one where he was an FBI guy and very clean cut, and he can bring it all together
Yeah,
when he wants to,
yeah.
right? So, who would you replace Ruben with? Sorry, who would you replace Bardem with?
Javier Bardem. So for the first 20 minutes of the movie, I'm thinking it was Antonio Banderas. I like Javier Bardem. I do like him. He's gritty, and I'm trying to think of the character they're trying to make him, as if they're trying to make him a South American race car driver that used to be. I'm thinking they're trying to make him like a Senna or a Piqué, like a Brazilian, like a Latin American ex-driver that's come back. So I was thinking, if they're trying to do that, trying to stylize it like it's a Latin American ex-colleague, but I wouldn't have made him Latin. I think I got Fassbender written there, Michael Fassbender.
Well, that's a good pick. Yeah. I chose Hugh Jackman just because he's along the same time. Like he's younger than Pitt, but he's
Well, yeah,
he's
so was
older.
Fassbender. Yeah.
What about if you were to
And then
replace?
also that character's got to be the same age-ish,
Right,
right? To have been teammates.
that's true. Which that would go in line with Chris Pine then.
Yeah.
Chris Pine's still younger than Fassbender, I think, or at least he
Yeah,
looks younger.
a little bit younger. Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
But if you were to replace Joshua Pierce,
Yeah, I didn't like that actor at all.
no.
Didn't like. I thought he was very wooden at the start. I think he grew into it. But again, if you're directing this, wouldn't you direct him to be less stiff?
Yeah,
I thought he was stiff at the start. It was almost like forced, almost like if somebody told me he's not a real actor, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. If they told me he was an actual driver trying to act, but if he's an actor trying to drive, I'm like, I wouldn't have picked him. And again, sticking with the theme of it being a Lewis Hamilton kind of autobiography, I'd have gone with Michael B. Jordan. Although he tends to get cast in everything now, but I do like him.
and he's a little old for a rookie though.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
How old is it?
he's got to be in his mid to late 30s by now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably a bad choice then.
I chose Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Well,
Yeah.
probably because I just watched Dune, so
Plus, Plus, he's got that frame as well, right?
yeah,
There's nothing to
super
him.
skinny.
Super
Yeah,
skinny, nothing to him. Yeah, yeah. Michael B. Jordan's probably. But again, you say that now you've made me think about Jordan. So that Idris character, he's a big lad. He's not skinny. He's
no,
not small. But yeah, your drivers typically are like jockeys, right? They're small.
yeah,
Oh, Charlemagne's a good show. I'll give you that one.
yeah. That was the only problem that I had when I chose Hugh Jackman because he's 6'2". I'm like, that's gonna be a bitch of a time getting in and out of the car for
Yeah,
a tall
yeah,
lad, right?
yeah.
So, I know you're not a big fan of the director things, but
I don't know my directors well
Yeah.
enough. So
I-
I'll go with you on this one.
all right, I just went with either Chris Nolan or James Mangold. Just I liked how he did Ford versus Ferrari. I had a lot of those really fast, quick things.
That was a good film.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was either way. Like I know we always say the same thing in all the films. Like who they chose, I think were probably the best ones, with maybe the exception of the Pierce character.
Yeah. Well, Brad Pitt was the box office, but yeah, the Pierce character for me,
Yeah.
wouldn't. So he grew into it. I'll give it to him at the end. It was a lot better at the end. But and the other character I didn't like was his mom. I thought that was poorly casted.
I didn't mind her. I didn't.
Again, a bit forced, a bit wooden for me. I've seen her in other movies,
She's always that way, though.
bit parts. Yeah, but it comes over as not a very good actress, whatever you want to call them.
To me, it was just a very stern, a very stern mom.
Yeah, and I didn't quite understand why she has a go at him in that one race because he didn't follow orders.
Yeah. Well, she didn't know that though,
Right.
and then he has to explain it to her afterwards.
But he explained, the son explains it. So
Yeah.
the PS character explains it to his mom that he didn't follow orders.
Yeah, like he told me not to go for it.
Yeah.
But at the time, so like 10 minutes earlier in the film or whatever.
But I just couldn't imagine that he would let that drop when he's in intensive care and his mom's saying this to him. And I wouldn't let that drop, would you? So
No. Well,
he didn't do what I told him to do.
what I didn't understand was everybody else seemed to know it. Like even like the media, everyone knew it except for her. So
Yeah.
that was the
Where
part
was
that.
that crash? Was that Belgium?
Mm,
I thought it was Belgium because I love that track. That's the one Grand Prix I want to go to.
what's the name of the track? Vorderman or something like that.
Holland.
That's where I thought it was.
maybe it's
I could be wrong.
Yeah. But I love that one, the bank, the one coming up in Belgium,
Mm-hmm.
where it's on a hill. You're coming past the one stand. I'd love to be in that stand at that Grand Prix. That one in Sao Paulo.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that is the one then.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah. I've already seen it 3 times. What was your favorite scene?
That's a good question. I don't think I had one.
No.
No, nothing I can pick out.
I struggle with this question and the favorite line. I struggle with both of them, but if I have to go back and I thought about this one for a while, I think my favorite scene is Sonny's first race when he makes out like his car won't move or it won't start, and they say, "Oh, you got to do this," and it was done purely out of design by him so that he could get to the starting track or to the lineup with the warmest tires, so he can just bounce right out of there, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that was Days of Thunder. It was the same thing. So in Days of Thunder, something happens. He has to go in the pits, and everyone's getting to the starting lineup again, like mid race, and he's running at full tilt. So by the time they get to the lineup, he'll be at full while everyone else is still accelerating. So he got right back into the mix. So it was same line, not identical, but same lines.
Yeah, there's some. I like some of those plot lines, like especially him. But I thought the dark art stuff, where he's crashing into the farm or to the barge to create a track mess to bring out the safety car. It makes you think, is that real? Like, is that something like you wonder if Lewis Hamilton said, some of these guys do this shit to mess with the race, to bring out the virtual safety car, which would, like, if that's true, that's not great.
I could see
You
them.
can see why they would do it, right? It creates a huge mess.
Yeah, I could see them doing it once in a while, but not at the.
2 races in a row.
Yeah,
or
or
he
even
went through
3.
the gravel and spit gravel all over the place.
And just clipping his wing. Oops.
Yeah.
I mean, the FIA and like the stewards, they can all hear their radio. So when he clips it and goes, "Oops," they're gonna know right away. Okay, that was intentional. They'd be getting the fines or penalties right away.
But again, it's Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
You got to take a bit of artistic license.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We will be right back. If there were some changes in the film, like the status quo as it is right now, what changes would you have liked to have seen, if any at all?
I would have less F1 people in it because it just looked like the cameos. Everybody who's watching it gets it. It's Formula One. I don't think you don't need to see those drivers walking past doing cameos because they seem to be acting it up a little bit. And it's I keep using the word wooden, but I mean they're not actors, right? They're drivers, and I think it lacked that sense of they're actually an F1 team. They're actually in this race. I don't need to see those drivers walking past.
Right.
I don't think it needed it. Even though it's a movie about F1, I don't think you needed to see those drivers necessarily. It also dates the movie.
Yeah. Well, especially when you see people like Christian Horner still in it, and he's already been.
Well, that's relatively new this season, though, right? But I think it was when I saw the Spanish driver driving for Ferrari, and he's lost his seat. But yeah, I don't know. I just, and again, I would have taken out the principals where they're having their interview. The principals.
Yeah, that was a waste.
Zach Brown's in it. Like, yeah, no, this is like a step too far. So I'd remove that scene.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That was the one part of the film that I'm sitting there going like why is this here? Like this does nothing for the film.
The way those teams.
Yeah,
you got to wonder if F1 said, "Oh, we need to volunteer," and everybody's like, "Not me, not me." Although Zach Brown would probably be the first one to put his hand up. But yeah,
I'm surprised that Toto wasn't there. I know he's
cameo at the end, right? He's one liner.
But I mean, like on that seat there, right? Yeah.
He should be in Terminator. Yeah.
The one that I didn't mind though was that Alonso that came up and taps Sonny on the shoulder when he's doing the press conference?
Yeah, I think so.
And he goes, "Hey, man."
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Pitt's friends with all those guys anyways, because I've been seeing like even before they started filming, Pitt's been following around these F1 guys for years.
He's an F1 fan, right?
Yeah.
I think that's cool. That's what's cool about him. Like he's totally into the sport, but it's just his age. But now you look at Fernando Alonso, and he's already in his 40s, right?
Yeah.
So if he was somebody who was coming back.
Well, it's funny. I looked into at one point. Bardem says when he's trying to talk Sonny into becoming like coming back, or whatever, he brings up some guy that was 57, and I looked him up, and it was back in like the 56, 57.
Oh, when they were driving, like narrow tubes, those guys.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So then I looked up what the average age was for a driver. Then it was 38.
Oh, really?
So I mean, like the average ones now are much younger.
Looked at Graham Hill when he won. I'm trying to think how Jackie Stewart was as well, because I don't think there were kids like they are now.
No.
Yeah,
it's a big difference, but they're way faster now. Like the electronics that are in it.
Just the G-force on its own. The G-force. I remember watching one of those. What's the Netflix documentaries where they follow him season after season?
Drive to Survive.
No, that's great. I love that. I like that. That's where it's like behind the scenes. But I remember them saying the physical training of getting that headband and experiencing the G's, training your neck to be able to handle that. So, a 62-year-old being able to handle those G's. I don't know, maybe you can. Maybe I'll tell you in 4 years.
Yeah.
Whether I can do it.
Yeah, I think they said that the average G-force for corners and braking was 5.5 to 6 Gs, and then another 2.5 to 3 for acceleration. So it's impressive.
I remember thinking, why don't they do so much work on the neck?
Yeah.
And they explain the G-force,
Well, their physical abilities, which you wouldn't think you would need because you're wedged in that little car, but it's tremendous pressure on their bodies.
Yeah.
So when everyone says, "Oh, you're just driving a car," I'm like, hop in one.
Yeah, do it and last
exactly.
an hour and a half. Yeah.
So, if there was a scene that you could experience yourself, what would it be?
Not the love scene.
You choose that if
not
you
with
want.
Brad Pitt, with Kerry Condon.
Yeah, you want to
Not
specify
that one.
that.
Yeah. All the racing scenes, like I said, the Belgian Grand Prix, I think it is, when they're coming over that hill, like being it would be in a car scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, it would have been the first time that he gets in the car and he's just out there by himself. I'd want to be out there by myself because I know if anyone's around me, I'm either going to back way off, because I won't want to hit them.
I was
Or
wondering how much of that part was actually real. Because I know he did take, like you said, he took the cars out, and I think he did go on his own. Like
yep.
he wasn't chaperoned or anything. Like he did go out in the car on his own. So I'm wondering how much of that was actually just him driving.
Well, him and Idris both took out cars and they drove. So, like a lot of the scenes that it shows their face, like that's
Yeah,
actual
it is
footage
them.
of them
Yeah.
driving. And they were saying that like the concentration that you saw on Pitt's face
Yeah.
was legit because he's trying to look past
Scared
everything. And
shitless.
yeah, so
Yeah.
see, those are the aspects of the movie that I thought that were actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and the fact that they're driving, it's not an F1 car because, like I said, they bought F2 and F3 and just put the aerodynamics, not even the same motor. So they're not going to be nearly as fast or whatever. But
Fast enough for an actor to be driving.
Yes.
But an actor who knows his cars and is an F1 fan. But yeah, can you imagine just having that opportunity to do it?
Yeah.
I'd be all over it.
yeah, I would definitely enjoy just trying to go around, even if I was only doing 50 miles an hour. You know what I mean? When just sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some of that experience as well, like getting up on the podium,
Mm-hmm.
that the exhilaration of being on the podium, and again, you got a crowd, and I think they actually used the real GP crowds. I think they were filming, they were filming the podium, but just the whole champagne corking thing and the crowd, that's got to be something, right? Imagine that adulation, just pretend it's you, close your eyes and pretend it's all about you. Yeah.
Did that not bug you though when he all of a sudden just kind of slips away? Everyone's still celebrating. Like I get the celebration.
Isn't that where she was waiting for him?
No, she went to go and find him because he was all of a sudden missing, right?
Oh.
And I get it's not about the celebration. It's not about the money. He was very specific about that. So it was all about the racing. So he was off to the next race,
Right.
which is essentially
Job done.
Yeah.
Job done. I don't need the adulation.
Which it had the foreshadowing because at the very beginning when he won, right? And did you notice that he wouldn't? Sorry, not at the beginning. Still at the end when the guy comes over and he goes to hand him the trophy.
Yeah.
He won't touch it. He's very superstitious about that. He wouldn't touch the trophy in the first race at the very beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, give it to him. Give it to him. So there's
you've tied it back. I didn't realize. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
point.
there's a ton of superstition, just like the card being in his pocket, right?
Yeah, you've already stole mine. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. About
No.
Oh, is that the prop you want to take? The card?
No. That's my exit. That's the thing I'd like to see at the end. Jump to that.
Oh, we'll get there. Props. What would you take if you're?
So the situation is, I can take any prop home.
Yeah, minus the car, obviously.
And Kerry Condon's not a prop.
Oh, you can call her a prop.
Yeah, I think I'd classify her as a prop. Good question. Maybe the trophy, because he never touched it.
Yeah.
If he never touched it, just based on what you've said, and I remember that now, like maybe take the trophy home.
Yeah. I couldn't
That'd
tell.
be pretty cool on your mantelpiece, right?
It would be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you won that? No, I stole it. I stole it from the prop department.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want the helmet or the suit.
Oh, a helmet's good, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty cool mantelpiece item on a bookshelf.
I did like that line earlier on when Pierce says, "Why does he have a helmet?" And Pitt looks back at him and goes, "For safety." He's just so nonchalant throughout the entire film, which I did appreciate.
He did act it well. Like I got no qualms with Brad Pitt. I think he acted it very well. It's just the believability of somebody's age.
What about which actor do you think had the best performance then? Do you think it was Pitt?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. Like he deserves box office, right? He's a great actor.
Sure.
He is a great actor, and there's a lot of realism in it. And I think the fact that he loves that sport, that comes through. That shows. So yeah, I think he steals it. Without him, it's just another race movie, right?
It's funny.
Like again, this is not meant to sound wrong, but I don't think you'd get that female draw to go and see a movie about racing. Like I know we talked about Hemsworth being in Ford versus Ferrari. Is that the one?
no,
Or
Rush.
Yeah. I mean, he's the draw, right, for that female part of the audience. Like, we're not going to watch it because Chris Hemsworth's in it.
Yeah.
But for me, that movie, which I think is a good film, but I remember the James Hunt Niki Lauda rivalry. That was great. So that's another. I'd give that a thumbs up. I like that.
Which is what they were saying. Sonny Hayes was supposed to have driven with.
James Hunt, that era.
Well, they didn't say Hunt, but I think they said.
I thought he mentioned Fittipaldi. and Senna. I think they mentioned Senna.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it was Senna that I'm thinking of.
think
They said
mentioned
Schumacher, Senna, and somebody else. Yeah. Well, it's funny that from your which film was it that we were talking about before? You said Idris Elba was your man crush. So,
Yeah, no, maybe he could have been the principal. Who
well,
knows?
no, I was going to say Brad Pitt would be mine, which is funny.
Revelation.
Which is funny because I remember when he first came on the scene, I hated him. He was in a
Yeah.
movie I saw called
I think most guys
Cruel
probably
World.
hated him because their girlfriends loved him.
It wasn't even that. I don't think he was even dating anybody at the time, but it was one of those things where I was like, great, here's another pretty boy that's going to make it based on his looks, and he's going to be a shit actor, but he'll make it.
But he acted in, what was the movie that he acted in? He was really good. Was it
Seven. He was
That
fantastic.
was an early one, yeah. There was another one that he acted well in.
He acts well in them all, and that.
Well, yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, like
He's a good actor.
That's where I kind of turned around on him. Like his, I don't like it when actors get they get in a lane and they won't deviate
Yeah.
because too far. Where
Yeah.
he's all over the map,
yeah.
and I love that about that. Like an actor that's willing to take chances. He'll act stupid. Like there was that film Burn After Reading where he was supposed to be the trainer, and he's just running on the treadmill acting all goofy, and he slips and falls and slides off the back. You're not getting Bruce Willis to do things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's
I was actually envious of him. That was my Angelina crush.
yeah.
Lucky man. But maybe not. Maybe he did well to get rid. Or she got rid.
Yeah, for me it was Jennifer Aniston. So still the same guy with the same bunch of girls.
Yeah.
So, all right. The post scene credit. There was one. I don't even know if you call it a post scene credit, but the ending credit. What would you have changed in that?
I don't remember actually what happened. I don't think this happened, but I would like to have seen the card. I don't think you see it, do you? The card that he picks. Because he always picks a card from a pack. He's always flicking a pack of cards.
Yeah.
And he always puts one inside his suit. But I don't think it's not the same card every time, is it?
No, it's random and he never looks.
It's random and he never looks, so it'd been kind of cool to flip the card and the closing credit. And it wouldn't mean anything.
Nope.
It would have been a big, cliche if it was like the ace of spades, like, maybe it was like the five of hearts. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. But it would have been cool to flip the card.
Mm. And it had been the seven of spades would have been for me because that's what's actually on his suit. So I looked it up, and the director said that because it was Brad obviously that was picking the cards, and one of the cards that he picked out of those 5 times that he had to do it was the seven of spades.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Look at you tying it all together for us.
Yeah, I didn't. I had a hard time with him going from F1 to driving
a beach buggy.
Yeah, like it was just, to me, it didn't make any sense. I was hoping that he was going to go, and then there was nothing, and then all of a sudden, day one of the next season, you see him just strolling up in that same kind of. He already did it twice in the film where he just walked up the side, like along all the garages or whatever, like at Silverstone.
That would have been cool if he'd have come back like as a technical, like you said, a technical lead, like he's offered in the movie, right?
Yeah.
That he didn't take, versus going and being a beach bum back in California again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the whole thing is that he's always looking for that. He just wants to drive.
Race. Yeah.
So something that's happened, and it's not just this movie here, it's happened in multiple driving films where it shows the drivers and they get that tunnel vision, and all of a sudden everything goes quiet and it goes smooth.
Yeah.
It happened it happened in Rush. It happened in Days of Thunder, Driven. It's like they all do it. I wonder if that's something that actually
I
happens.
think that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the thing. I think they just get in the moment and everything else goes silent. Like I said, spidey senses. Yeah. They have to. The speed of reaction and some of that, they've got to be able to block everything out. Which is why I don't like going back to F1 again now, about the fact that it's radio contact and you hear the radio contact. I really don't like that because I think everybody can hear that. So it's becoming a tactic now, the whole radio
for sure.
contact. But I don't think if you're driving and you're focused, the last thing you want to hear is somebody in your ear talking, telling you this, telling you that. Like, I think because I think they probably clean that up. I think that, you're on an open mic, no effing and jeffing. But I bet if it wasn't open, the language would be a lot different.
Oh, for sure would.
Why are you telling me this? Blah, blah, blah. But pure race tactics.
I wouldn't be surprised if what they say isn't what they mean. You know what I mean?
I just think they're using it as deception now. I think they use it as deception so that the other teams will act based on it. But it just becomes a bit of a game of bluff.
Well, like just like in the film when Sonny says, "Okay, I'm coming in, box, box, box."
Yeah, exactly.
And then, change my mind.
Yeah. But I can imagine that's real.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're using the open mic it's tactical. It's a bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I agree with that. So what would you rate this movie out of 10?
I think my rating's gone up now. We've started talking about it. You reminded me about some of the features of it. I still, based on the acting,
Well, here,
7 would be generous.
let me give you this before. Roger Ebert gave it a 2.5 stars out of 4. So that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
It sounds low because he uses a 4-star rating, which is kind of weird. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 82%.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a 7, if I'm being generous. I'll give 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I need to watch it again. It's one of those films that I need to watch again. Because, again, I think I was giving it too much, comparing it to the real thing. But the real thing's right in it. It's part of it.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe I need to give it another watch.
So,
But I don't think I'd be going up to 8 out of 10. I think it'd be maybe scratch a 7.5.
yeah, one of the things I forgot to mention was so all the drivers, so like all the guys that they all had to sign that they would on practice on the practice tracks that they would form laps and they would actually race for the film, and that's when they did their filming. So they all had to sign contracts into what they were doing, that they were okay with it. And obviously all the teams had to be okay with it, and they said that F1 100% fully supported the entire film, and all the actors and actresses, and all the drivers. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
You don't see all of them, do you? You see a fair few, but you don't see all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that their cars were there, right? So they had to take 2 cars and they painted them the black and gold for the Apex GP.
I didn't like that.
They look
That's
sweet.
the old JPS colours. I don't know if you're old enough to remember JPS. Yeah, which was a cigarette manufacturer.
It's amazing how it used to be all cigarette sponsors back then.
Camel,
It's not,
Job Player Special. Yeah, like growing up, the JPS car was Mario Andretti.
Well, I guess it's just like football too, right?
Yeah.
Back then they used to have all the alcohol and like everywhere. And now they've gone away from that, but they've gone to betting, which is way better.
Yeah, I think it's probably worse, to be honest. You can do more damage with that.
For sure.
But yeah, I remember that. That black and gold was a great idea. And I bet that it was something to do with going back to the old JPS.
Yeah. It's funny. Every time they kept saying Apex, I kept thinking in my head, was that a real team at one point? I feel like it's got to be close to a name that was used.
Could have been, yeah.
So if you're once this finally hits TV and it's on, would you, for the flip and stick, would you flip or just
stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got enough. It's got enough for me to not flick.
Yeah.
It holds you. Like you said, there's always something going on in the film. There's no lulls. There's no real lulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Maybe the Vegas scene where they're bringing them both in. One's party and one's, and I think Kerry Conlon's character brings them together at the table to play Texas Hold'em. It's a bit of a. That's it. Yeah, I think, like you said, it moves, and I think I'd definitely stick.
I really like that scene. Actually, whenever Ruben shows up to Kate's hotel room and wants to see him, and she's I've got a certain level of respect for the other people, and
yourself.
And then at number 3, he's out in the balcony.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was fun. We'll have to do another one soon.
Yeah, as always.
Thanks for coming
Right.
out.
Thanks, Bill.
And we'll talk to everybody next time.